Hello everybody. So for the sociolinguistic, I want to talk about the relationship between the language and identities. But before we jump into the explanation, let me introduce myself. My name is Santika Nutfidewi and hello. So I have one journal from Somaya Ali Muhammad al Shahri. It was published by International Journals of Linguistic, Literature and Translations IGLLT. It was published July 27, 2023 to explain the strong connections between human identity in socials and also cultural life. So these studies explain how language reflects ourselves. So language is not about, the way we speak, but it also show our identities and then to show our cultures and also what other want to see us. It's all about that. So the other use the online survey from different genders and ages, and then the research shows that 64% believe language strongly affects identity and how it thinks. 61% believe learning new language can change a person's identity, and then 85% of it said they mix their language with other languages, showing how closely language are connected. So think about when you speak every day, okay? The word you use, the way you speak, and then the language that you choose is all about you. It's all about the way you come from, your cultures, and also the way you think. So I have one examples. In Western country, the customer always say thank you to the seller, while in Japan it's opposite. So in Japan, the seller always say thank you to the customer. And in this case, it shows that language is influenced by the cultures, and cultures is also shaped by language. So in this research, we also talk about a boy named Victor who grew up without a language, and it shows that he cannot learn really well, and then he cannot express himself. So it shows about language is really important to shape our identity. So in other case, we have Ontarian Canadians. So in Canada, so many people grew up with two languages, which mean bilinguals. And then when they're at home, they only use French, and they identify themselves as a French. And then when they're at school, when they're at work, they only use English, and they identify themselves as Canadians. So it's depending on the environments. And we have also the Japanese people from Indonesia. They always use bold because they're like madok and then they use hierarchies to show the age gap, and then to show politeness and also the social role, right? If I'm not mistaken, like chrono things, right? And then we have a chindo always say like you and I, while Indonesia always say like aku, kamu, but Indo always mixing with English. Kalau you kayak gimana, kalau I say kayak gini, always mixing it. And then they also mix like the word Indonesians and English. Sometimes it's like broken English, and also sometimes they use Hokkiens or Mandarins, like mixing it to show their ethnic identity. So all this example prove that language and identity are connected and can change over time depending on the environment and in the situations. In conclusion, language and identity is shaped by each other. When we learn about new language, which means we create our new part of our identity, it's just not about talking, no, it's not about that. It's also the powerful way to understand ourselves and other better in the diverse world. Thank you very much, guys.